My mom and my dad used to get really upset with my teachers when I was in elementary school. I'm now a business professor at a highly reputable university that everybody has heard about. It's got one of those big giant football teams. And I was always the last person in everything. And I want you to imagine this. I was kind of like a portly kid, highly uncoordinated. I had a lot of different things that were going on. I was in special ed for a long time. And my parents would get upset with a number of the different teachers that they had. And a couple of them really believed in this growth mindset or learning mindset or this idea that you can continuously improve. We had this one teacher, not going to name names, but he was an avid runner and he would run all over the place for miles and miles and miles. And I could not ever do that. I was never that particular person. His kids were spectacular. One of my siblings was a very good runner, and I was the last person every time. I literally was the last person. My parents would laugh that here the race would be completely done, and here I was coming trotting up behind after everybody was gone, and here I was trotting up behind as the last person, huffing and puffing. Now today, I'm not bragging, but I'm an accomplished business professor, whatever the hell that means. I regularly exercise, and it's a deep part of who I am. But I want to say my parents were actually right to be upset. And the reason that they should be upset is because those teachers were not acknowledging me for who I was at that particular time. Now this, you have to imagine, we did not know in the 80s about a lot of different learning disabilities and things like that. So I recognize as ADHD, the kind of airheady one. I can't remember a damn thing. I really can't. In the short-term memory, I can remember a lot of different things, but I can't remember anything in the short term. And it's frustrating as all get out. And that's just who I actually am. Now, the reason why my parents were correct and they would go up for bat for me was because these teachers were not acknowledging who I was. And they thought everybody was the same. They thought the whole bunch of us were all collectively the same way. And all we had to do was learn harder and have that mindset of improving and growing and one more step and one more step and one more step, and you could get there. The truth is that's not the truth for everybody. And what I've learned over many, many years of doing this is, and this took me a long time. It went kind of like, I guess it would be a nervous breakdown, I guess. I went through tenure and, it was kind of like, why am I not getting ahead? I didn't know about those things. Why am I not getting ahead? Why is this not computing? And I began to recognize I'm me. I'm different. And I'm okay with that. And I want you to imagine yourself, and I hope you're hearing this as well, is that it's okay to be different. It's okay to not fit in with the crowd. It's okay to be that one weird person that you feel strange and uncomfortable, and everybody else is getting ahead, and I'm behind sitting here. I want you to imagine that and just really, really think about what I'm saying. Now, what is the problem with what often teachers and role models and leaders say is that everybody is the same and that there is this simple recipe that you could collectively do all these things and you can get there. And that's not true for everybody. That's only true for a very small number of people that get through. It's kind of the military style of let's just select the best. Well, it turns out like that doesn't work very well. And it excludes a whole lot of people. Now, what I want you to imagine is that instead, you're pretty damn awesome already. And you are doing spectacularly well. One other thing I wanted to say before I get to this is that part of that has to do, and I blame management professors. Man, we've screwed things up so many times. Part of that has to do with some of the things that we were teaching many years ago, that there was this kind of simple way of getting there. And it's just, frankly, it's not true. We're all unique, we're all different, we're all really special. And this is where I want to begin. And I'm not saying special in the sense of like special, but I'm saying like we are remarkable. I want you to think about how just fortunate that you actually are right now and today, at this moment, just how fortunate it is to be living. You've got the rest of civilization are not alive today. That's just a simple fact. Most people that have ever lived in the world are not alive today. And you're at the special moment in your life where you are, and it's very, very fragile. If you just simply hold your breath for 5 minutes, you'll be dead. It's very fragile. So the fact that we are living today, and one day I'll be dead, and this video would be the only remembrance of who I was. And I want you to think about that, is that, man, we have such a remarkably small, short window, and it's so fragile. Why are we listening to somebody that says that you're imperfect? What is that about? Instead, what I want you to do is to think about how you can do better inside and be more of who you are. Now that requires some work, obviously. You could do better. There's a lot that's going on there, and you can always unpack a little bit more. And so it's figuring out, who the hell am I? And it's okay to not know who the hell you are. You just got to keep going, figuring it out, stumbling forward, and loving the fact that you are alive at this moment. It's a remarkable moment. And I'm probably the only person online telling these kind of things. If you go onto YouTube, you'll hear about, you just got to work hard, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff, and these big muscular guys and all of this nonsense crap that's out there. You know, what I want you to do is to be better with who you are at this moment. By the way, all those muscular guys, they're cheating. Hate to break it to you. So what you can do is just do a little bit better. You're okay today, and you're going to try just a little wee bit. And that's all I want you to do. And if it's not even feeling like you're actually trying and it feels like you're going backwards, that's it. That's the process. Keep going every single day. So there's no magic to any of this. It means you just get up and you take that little step and be happy with the fact that you get to take that little step and that you're remarkable at any given moment. And if anybody steals that away from you, you tell them, you. And that's it. I could want to fill in the words right now, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you walk forward and you say, what about you? No, I stole that from somebody, Gary Vee. I love that guy. But you want to think about how you turn that around and you say, I'm already freaking awesome. And you go forward every single day, doing a little bit, the best that you can possibly do at any given moment, which is some days is just a mess. And that's okay. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.